Okay, let's talk the constitutional crisis, deprivation of rights under the color of law. Section 242 of Title 18 makes it a crime for a person acting under the color of any law to willfully deprive a person of a right or privilege protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States. For the purpose of Section 242, acts under color of law include acts not only done by federal, state, and local officials within their lawful authority, but also acts done beyond the bounds of the official's lawful authority. If these acts are done while official is purporting or pretending to act in the performance of this statute includes police officers, prison guards, and other law enforcement officers, as well as judges, care providers in public health facilities, and others who are acting as public officials. It is not necessary the crime be motivated by animus towards the race, color, religion, sex, handicap, family status, or national origins of the victim. The offense is punishable by a range of imprisonment up to a life term or the death penalty, depending upon the circumstances of a crime and resulting injury, if any. Title 18, U.S.C. Section 242, whoever under the color of law, statute, ordinance, or regulation of the custom willfully subjects any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession of district, or deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the constitutional laws of the United States shall be fined under this title and or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both, or if bodily injury results from acts committed in violation of this action or any such acts include use, attempted use, or threatened use of a dangerous weapon, explosives, or fire, shall be fined under this title, imprisoned not more than 10 years or both, and if the death results from the acts committed in violation of this section or such acts include kidnapping or attempted kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse, or attempted to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or attempt to kill, shall be fined under the title in any terms of a year for life, or both, or may be, let's see, I can't see what that says, the United States Department of Justice. Okay, that's what you're living right now, deprivation of rights under the color of the law. You know, everybody's complaining, well, that's unconstitutional, this is unconstitutional. Well, when you violate the Constitution, you're breaking the law, and there are fines, penalties, removal from public service, incarceration. Okay, now, like I said, I just give you the law. I'm not going to tell you what it means to me, because that would be violating the letter of the law. The letter of the law requires this to be done word for word to the letter, no exception. Okay, so anything explained to you other than what is said is devoid of the letter of law, which is illegal. Okay, I'm just showing you what you should be interested, and you can file a complaint as I showed you in my other video. Just deprivation of rights under the color of law complaint form. That's all you got to do. Look that up. Deprivation of rights under the color of law form. Okay, this is what all of you are living with, no matter what state you're in. Okay, no matter what territory, no matter what commonwealth, where the Constitution, the United States Constitution is the law of the land. Any law repugnant is null and void. Okay, people. So I'm just saying, look it up. You want to do something, do something. I've been at this for a lot of years, and I just get totally ignored. I've had my life threatened. I've been threatened with contempt of court, going to the courts and pointing this out. In one case against me, I mistakenly mentioned this to my lawyer before going out before the judge, so I wasn't allowed to appear before the judge. I was in custody, and I was taken back to the county lockup and had the life beaten out of me. Okay, but that's not going to stop me. It's not going to stop me. Regardless of what they've done to me, it's what they're doing to we the people. When it comes to the Constitution, that is the content of my character. When it comes to we the people, they are the content of my heart. Nothing says you have love for your country when you put the public interest first, what every patriot would do. What's required by everybody in the legal community, the political arena, from the police to the president. It tells you right here, okay? So I'm just showing you this, reading this to you. Okay, so let's get with it, okay? This isn't about whether you voted red or whether you voted blue. This is about the Pledge of Allegiance and who you took an oath to as a commoner. Some say they call us peasants. I call you the essential workers, the heartbeat of America, the backbone of America. You are America's bloodline. You are what keeps our country going, we the people, the essential workers. I need you to be there for you like I was there for myself. But nobody's there for you. Always realize when you take the power of the Constitution with you, you take we the people. You are not alone. When it comes to we the people, I am many, we are one. We stand united. And for those that can't speak up for themselves, I've met a lot of people that regretfully were illiterate. And that's where the complications came in and my life gets threatened. But I'm old, I'm handicapped, I can't get out. It's hard enough for me to get out of bed, let alone down to the courts like I used to. Criminal, civil, divorce court, even divorce court. I went to divorce court to help some people there. And child custody, I help people with child custody. I had to sue Social Security, got turned down. Third appeal, turned down, 9 years. And they laughed and thought I had nothing coming, sued them, and got 10 years back pay and my red, white, and blue card. But it was because I knew the law and I knew they were acting under the color of law. That was deprivation of rights under the color of law. Okay, because everybody decided to nobody abided by the rules of professional conduct, the code of judicial conduct, which made it extremely easy for me. Because as soon as I mentioned the rules, the codes, I showed the complaint forms with the names, properly addressed. Lawyer ran back in and told the judge, I didn't even have to talk to the judge. He didn't even talk to the judge. That's all he said was, I guess he told the judge that I had the rules and the codes, and I was about to expose a conspiracy against rights under the color of law and put it on the record, and they didn't want that. So the people that heard about my case said I was lucky. How was I lucky? I had to go up against my own lawyer, besides the opposing party and the judge. How is that luck? No, that was just in knowing the law. So that's what legal reform is about. If you check my page, Legal Reform, there's a whole lot there that I'm telling you about that isn't being done. And these are through our public officials. Okay, so that's what legal reform is about. I'm trying to mass a gathering, get the people together and start going out there and earning your rights. They're not a given. If you do not go into that court knowing what you should be talking about, it's not going to happen. Your constitutional rights are not a given, they're earned. Look up a quick and speedy trial. That doesn't happen. Failure to give a quick and speedy trial is cause for dismissal. A case should be dismissed. And how many people are in lockup? How many people are in prison because of a lack of a quick and speedy trial? A lot of people just take the cop out because they've been sitting in the county lockup for 2-3 years waiting to go to trial. That's under the color of law, people. Privation of rights under the color of law. Effective assistance to counsel is described in the rules of professional conduct and the code of judicial conduct, and nobody does that. How is that a fair trial? How is that due process? Just a lot of questions that I've asked myself, but I already knew the answers, and I just want you to ask yourself. Are you going through this? Yes, you are. All of you are. Everybody is. This is common cause in every state, in every court. So let's make it uncommon. Let's start holding them accountable to the law. Okay, there's a lot of laws on legal reform that isn't happening. Isn't happening. People are talking about prison reform. Well, try using prisoners' constitutional rights. You just look it up on the internet. Prisoners' constitutional rights. Okay, you want prison reform? Go there, use deprivation of rights under the color of law, failure to abide by the basic obligations of public service, there's penalties for that. Violating the oath, there's penalties for that. There's so much you can use against them, and I'm trying to point it out to you, okay? So I'm not asking you to join me at legal reform, but look it over. Know your rights. Know the law. Seriously, you don't have a shot unless you have a degree, the education equal to that of those you oppose in court. And that's your attorney, the opposing party, and the judge. It's not until you read their job descriptions, their legal obligations to you in a court of law, that you will finally achieve due process, a fair trial, and effective assistance of counsel. These are not a given. You must demand them, and you have to know exactly what you're talking about, or it isn't going to happen. All right? So remember, your constitutional rights are guaranteed, but the way the system works, you literally have to know all these laws that I'm teaching you, showing you, to get where you need to get. All right, nothing but love for you. I wish you nothing but peace and happiness in your future. May your Creator rain many blessings. And here's to your long life and good health. Thank you for listening.